Hi, everyone. It's Evelyn Aka on our weekly LinkedIn and social media live. I thought I'd freshen up the background a bit. I can tell we're getting ready for the end of the year. We're all working like crazy to get things done for our clients in time to meet their needs and travel deadlines. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to prepare to limit and reduce the stress of holiday travel. Many people are traveling over the holidays to go visit family or go on family vacations, and you need to be prepared. It's a very stressful time. I'll be traveling to see my family as well in Vancouver, and some of the things I think about when it gets to this time of the year is to remember to give yourself lots of time to head to the airport. So that means that you need to be there 3 or 4 hours in advance. It's better to get there early and know that everything is going smoothly than to be stuck in the security line, or if you're traveling internationally, the customs line, because everybody's going to be there. And if you don't have a Nexus pass, you're going to have to wait in line. Please leave yourself 3 or 4 hours to get there and ensure everything is going well. The other thing I'd recommend is make sure you check your passport validity and your ID validity. Even if you're traveling within Canada, you must have ID that is valid to get on the plane. I know somebody who had an expired passport and thought that they would be able to travel, and they were not allowed to travel, even if within Canada. And also, it happened to a family member where they had a driver's license renewal. They had the paper, but they didn't have the new driver's license, and they were not allowed on the plane. So please check all of your ID that you'll be using, whether it's your passport or your driver's license as ID to get on the plane if you're 18 or over, and make sure it's still valid and ensure you have valid ID for your travel. Another thing to think about, what we do in our family is we use air tags. This time of the year, luggage gets lost. It's just a reality. With so many people traveling, you want to ensure that you don't lose your bags. So please consider getting air tags or something like that so that you can track your luggage and know where it is, know if it got on the plane, if it didn't get on the plane, if it's not at the arrival airport. You need to be prepared. So please consider doing this. A couple of years ago, we had one of those awful travel experiences, and we didn't get on the plane, and our luggage was still left at the airport, and nobody could find it. But we had the travel air tags, and we were able to tell the airline exactly where our bags were. Made a huge difference in a very stressful time. You know, we have presents and everything else in your bags. You don't want to lose them. Something else to consider if you're not a Canadian citizen, maybe you're a permanent resident, or you're not a permanent resident and you need a visa to come back into Canada, please ensure you have a valid temporary resident visa, or you will not be allowed to get on the plane from wherever you're leaving from to come back to Canada. So check that all your documents, not just your work permit, but including that you have, if you require it, a temporary resident visa, if you're from a TRV required country, ensure you have a valid TRV to return, or do not travel, please. The other thing I want you to think about is if you're in implied status, which means you're waiting on new documents to be delivered by Canada Immigration, and you leave the country, if you do leave, you will lose your implied status, which means that when you return, you will be returning, if you're lucky to get back in, as a visitor. You will not be able to travel, or sorry, to work until you get your new document. You would have lost your implied status. It's a real headache. And right now, with all the changes with immigration, we don't want you to have more stress. So please be sure you can leave and return. Make sure your documents are valid. Make sure you know where you're going to be staying in case you get asked by, say, US Immigration. You must have the address, a phone number, the hotel name, friends and information. Be prepared. Make sure you don't bring any food or fruit with you over the border because that's not allowed when you're traveling to the United States. I've made that mistake and accidentally had a banana in my bag and completely forgot. So please double check. Make sure you're not traveling with anything that will be seized, no water and no pocket knives or anything like that, and not too much toiletries that will be considered too much for the small bag that you get. Otherwise, you're going to have to check your stuff, and that's going to delay you further and cost you more money. Please consider getting to the airport early. If you have any questions on immigration, not just travel over the holidays, please call me at ACA Business Immigration Law. We're here for you. We wish you and your loved ones a wonderful holiday season. Please make it safe. try to reduce the stress and plan ahead before you head to the airport.